Hi, I'm Dawn Bowie. I'm a partner at Maryland Family Law Firm. I've been practicing family law in Maryland for 8 years. Before that, I worked in family law as an assistant to some very capable, qualified family law attorneys. And there's been a huge change in family law in the past, 4 years. I was going to have a script for this, but scripts don't really cover what I want to tell you. If you're trying to get a divorce in Maryland, the chances are very good that you're one of a huge number of hundreds, perhaps thousands of people who are trying to do it yourself. The courts call you a self-represented litigant or a pro se litigant. That means that you can't find a lawyer to help you. It's become endemic in the past couple of years because of the recession. Family law in Maryland is complicated, and the Commission on Access to Justice of the Maryland Administrative Office of the Courts has done some really fantastic work trying to make the courts more accessible to you as a self-represented litigant. For example, there are hundreds of forms for you if you're trying to get a divorce or custody or deal with a child support matter. But the problem is family law in Maryland is complicated, and fewer people have retainer fees to pay attorneys. Then the other problem is a lot of people go to a divorce lawyer, they pay a retainer that may be everything they've got, and they don't understand that when that lawyer has run out of money, they have to pay more, and frequently they just can't afford it. Up until now, the choice really was either do it yourself or stumble along trying to pay your lawyer as much as you could possibly get. Problem is, some of the resources that used to be available to people to pay for legal fees in family cases aren't there anymore. One way that we used to get fees from middle-income people was credit card debt. Whether or not that's a particularly good way to pay for fees is kind of up to the consumer, but that's just not available to many people anymore. Another way that people used to get fees to pay for their family law case was by borrowing against their 401k or taking money out of their IRA, and for many people that's not available anymore either. Another way that people often got money to pay for fees was by taking out a second mortgage on their house or refinancing or getting a second line of credit on their home. Most people can't do that anymore either. So more and more people are filing family cases on their own in Maryland. And at Maryland Family Law Firm, we've come up with a way to help you that gives you advice, help, and our skill and experience as family law attorneys for a fraction of the cost of what it would otherwise cost you to get a divorce. What we do is we help you with the court forms that are already available to you online at the website for the Maryland Administrative Office of the Courts. Now, you might think that it wasn't that complicated or that difficult to just fill out the forms and do it yourself. But for example, I have a business associate at a retailer that I frequent, and I went in and was telling him about my line of business, and he said, I could really use your help. He said, my wife and I went to a mediator, we got a separation agreement, I filed for an uncontested divorce. That's the simplest kind of divorce in Maryland, but I don't know what half of these terms mean. And that's true for a lot of people. I'm looking here at the form, Complaint for Absolute Divorce. And just the title requires some kind of legal explanation. For example, what is an absolute divorce? What do you have to have or do to get it? What difference does it make how you were married or where you were married or in what way you were married? Those are all important things that have to be part of your complaint. there are services out there for you. I mean, there are clinics. Every circuit court in Maryland has some kind of family law self-help clinic. In some jurisdictions, like the one where my offices are based in Montgomery County, there's an income cutoff. So basically the way it works is if you make above a certain income per year, they'll help you fill out one form. You can go once, and that's it. That's the only help you get. Then you're on your own. The other thing that's really complicated about getting divorced in Maryland is that the procedures that have to be followed are really pretty complicated. In Maryland, if you come into the state from another state and you're a lawyer, you still have to take a special test because the way we do things in court in Maryland is a little different than in other states. So if it's even hard for already licensed attorneys from other places, you can imagine how difficult it is for just a citizen who just wants to get divorced. Most people would love to have a full-service divorce attorney. The fact is, though, that most full-service representation requires a chunk of money that not very many people have. And what we do is we offer either a single document or helping you complete a single document or completing a package of documents for a fixed flat fee that's payable before we deliver the documents to you. The way it works is all online. You don't even have to come to our offices. There's no initial office conference. All you do is register online. We'll send you questionnaires that we've specially made just for you. And we know exactly what to ask for. We know how to get the information from you and what information we need to get. And you would complete this whole series of questionnaires, and then we'd have a telephone conference with you for 1 hour and figure out exactly what it is you need and how much you're ready to pay for it. Our service is really based on a per document basis. So if you only want to do one paper, we'll help you with that. If you want to do a whole array of papers, and very often that's what's involved either in filing an initial complaint or in answering a complaint, or even in certain kinds of motions. In family cases, it's not just one paper. There are other papers that have to go along with it. And most people that aren't familiar with Maryland family law really don't know what to do. We're very, very sensitive to the struggles that people face going through the litigation process in family cases in Maryland. That's what we do. That's all we've done. And that's where our skill and experience lies. As far as we know, we're one of only 2 services like this, and we're the only service that offers this kind of help where we're based right here in Maryland. We've got experience in jurisdictions all over Maryland: Montgomery County, Prince George's County, Anne Arundel County, Baltimore City, Baltimore County, Howard County, and we're working to expand our services so that we have attorneys in each of the counties in Maryland, so that should you need assistance beyond the individual forms, we'll have a resource for you to turn to in that particular jurisdiction. That's the other thing. Every single circuit court in Maryland, even though we all operate under the same rules, things are done differently everywhere. And because we've done a lot of work in other places in Maryland, we can help you find your way through the whole process that is so different between counties. We offer this service because we know that it's hard for you and it's hard for the courts. We offer help if you just want to get a separation agreement. We offer help if you want to get a prenup. And all of these packages are provided to you at a single cost. You get the benefit of our skill and experience, and the courts are happier because you will have some idea of what you're doing as you go through the process. One of the things we're most excited about is our subscription service. So if you want to subscribe for a monthly fee, you can have unlimited communication with us on our virtual law office. We'll correspond with you back and forth, and we'll answer your questions. We'll coach you if you need to go to court by yourself, help you learn what it's like to be in court, help you learn how it is that that you question witnesses, what you need to watch out for. What we can't do is sign papers for you or show up in court with you. But we can help you do the job better yourself. And we can do it for pennies on the dollar for what you pay for a full-service attorney. One of the other things that's really, really important about this is the peace of mind it gives you to have some idea of what things are happening in the process. Excuse me, my monitor has gone down. This is a service that we're providing because, number one, we really believe that the future of family law is in helping people help themselves. The world is changing economically, and sure, there's always going to be people out there who want full service assistance. And if your case is one where it looks like you're going to need full service assistance, we can help you with that too. In order to set yourself up for this service, all you have to do is read through the page on our website. The website is found at www.marylandfamilylawfirm.com. And if you click on the button that says Self-Represented Services, read through the page, and then at the bottom of the page, you can click on a link that will take you to our virtual law office. We use virtual law office technology that allows us to have a completely confidential relationship with you online. Everything you need to do is online, except for the telephone conferences. So you register. The first thing you'll see is a click wrap agreement that tells you that the services, even just in talking to us online, are confidential, and kind of develops the limitations of our help. We aren't your lawyers until we've both signed an agreement, which we call a limited services engagement agreement. And that agreement will spell out exactly what documents will help you complete and what services we'll offer to you and under what terms. We draft the document, and then we have another 1-hour telephone conference with you, which is designed to help you go over the final document. If you want changes, we'll make those changes. That's all included in the package price. And then once you've paid us fully online, again, using PayPal, we'll deliver the document to you. Once you get the document, it's yours. You can change it if you don't like it. You can add things to it, take things out of it, or do another one all by yourself. But it's yours at that point. Our service to you has been completed. And if you come back in a month or so and find that you need something else, we can help you with that too. One of the things about the forms that are provided online by the courts are that there's a lot of things that aren't there that you will need help with. Motions, there's all kinds of motions that need to be filed in the course of family law litigation, and many of them are not part of the forms that are on the web. Another thing that's a big part of family law litigation is discovery. We can help you prepare discovery to send to the other party, and that's something that isn't available at all among the forms online. And again, if you follow up with our subscription service, we can answer more questions as you go along through the process. Check us out today, again, at www.marylandfamilylawfirm.com. Click on Self-Represented Services and register today. Thanks.